Okay, so hi everyone. I wanted to make this video to talk about who my favorite Disney princesses were. Um, it's going to be a little bit long, but I did make a full list of who my favorite Disney princesses are and why. Everybody knows that my list is here on my phone, just in my notes. Um, Everybody knows that my favorite princess has always been Sleeping Beauty, Aurora. I do have this Sleeping Beauty pillow that I sleep next to every night. This was like the first thing that I got for Aurora. And I got it from the Disney store like a really long time ago. They don't even sell like those pillows anymore. I don't even know if they have them online, but whatever. And then I have Sleeping Beauty on DVD, of course. And I have the VHS. I also have a Sleeping Beauty dress from Hot Topic. I love it so much. It has like one of the forest scenes on it, and it's like all the trees in the forest. Such a pretty color. And then I have a Sleeping Beauty t-shirt with her on it. And um so yeah, she's just always been my favorite princess. I know that she has the least amount of screen time than any other princess, but I've just always thought she's the most beautiful, and I thought she always had the most beautiful singing voice, and I just really loved her. My second favorite princess is Jasmine because um, I ranked them first by what my favorite Disney movies are, and my two favorite Disney movies are Sleeping Beauty and Aladdin, and that's why I mostly love Jasmine. Um, I do love Jasmine because she wasn't the absolute main character. Aladdin was, but I liked her as a princess. I thought she had a strong personality. She had a lot more depth and dimension. Um, she also was very pretty, very sexy. And I do have it on DVD and VHS, of course. And I do have a Aladdin shirt with Aladdin and Jasmine on it. And I have this white t-shirt from Hot Topic as well with like 9 princesses on it. So I have all the princesses on there. Then my third favorite princess has always been Mulan because Mulan's my third favorite Disney movie. Um, Mulan's just very strong and she's, can kick ass, and Be a Man's one of my favorite Disney songs next to Prince Ali from Aladdin and Zero to Hero from Hercules. Megra's not on this list because she's not technically a princess. Um, but I also have Mulan on DVD, of course, and VHS. So, that's why I've always loved Mulan. Mulan's a very strong woman and she's beautiful, and I love her voice as well. Then my fourth favorite is Belle. I don't know why I'm saying Beyonce. I've always really loved Beauty and the Beast. I've always thought Belle was one of the most interesting Disney princesses. She's definitely the most curious out of the bunch next to Rapunzel. Um, she just saw past the flaws of the Beast and fell in love with the Beast for who he was. I've just always really loved her about that. She's like really one of the Disney princesses who sees past somebody's flaws, and that's when she falls in love with their personality. And she's very smart and reads books all the time, and that's why she didn't like Gaston. But yeah, I've always loved that movie. My fifth and sixth favorite princesses are both from Frozen because I've really loved Frozen. And and Anna are 5 and 6. I'm just going to talk about them together because they're from the same movie. Um, Elsa, just I really fell in love with how beautiful she was and her powers. It was like the first Disney princess to have magical powers. Um, I also fell in love with Let It Go. I love Idina Menzel way too much. And I loved her costume, and I loved the Ice Palace. I just really loved her. And I loved how strong she was. And then 6 is Anna, because Anna is just so opposite from her sister. But she really reminds me of myself because I feel like I look the most like her out of any of the Disney princesses because I have the freckles and, the reddish hair. And I just love how quirky she is and how funny she is, and she believes in anyone no matter what and loves anyone unconditionally. So that's why I really like her too. And she's also very curious. Um, but she loves also unconditionally. Seven would have. I don't actually own Frozen on DVD though. I really want it on DVD, but most of these on my list I have the DVD. Seven is Rapunzel. I always loved Tangled. I thought it was such a cute movie, and I thought Rapunzel was so adorable. I really love Mandy Moore as well, and I think she was perfect for the voice of Rapunzel. And I just thought Tangled was such a cute movie, and she was just like so curious about the world, and I just really loved it. Um, Eight would have to be Ariel. I know most people's favorite is The Little Mermaid, but she's not one of my absolute favorites, but she is in my top 10. I do love The Little Mermaid, the movie. I thought it was a very cute movie. Apparently, my babysitter told me that that was my favorite Disney movie when I was very little, that I loved watching The Little Mermaid so many times. But then I guess as I got older, I figured that Sleeping Beauty was my favorite. Um, but Ariel, I did like how adventurous and curious she was about the human world. She's also a mermaid, like who doesn't love mermaids when you're a girl? So I did really like Ariel as well. Then nine would have to be Cinderella. Um, I put her just above Pocahontas because I did love Cinderella because it is a Disney classic. Um, and I always loved how beautiful she was, and I liked how she kept faith and was always nice to everyone, regardless to what her evil stepmother did to her. So, and I always loved So This Is a Love. I loved her voice, and A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes are two Disney classic songs that I really love. And I always loved her glass slippers, and I can't wait for the live action version of Cinderella to come out. I also loved Maleficent, and Snow White and the Huntsman, and Mirror Mirror or whatever. After Cinderella, like I said, was Pocahontas because um, she's very strong, just like Mulan. And I really liked the movie. I always loved Colors of the Wind. Um, 11 would be Snow White. I know most people consider Snow White to be one of their favorite Disney princesses, but honestly, she's not one of my favorites. But, because I just don't like how young she is. She is the youngest out of the Disney princesses. She's 14. And I think that's a little bit too young to find true love, but, um, I did always like the movie. It is the first Disney classic. That's why a lot of people really love Snow White. But it wasn't my favorite. But I did like The Evil Queen and um, Snow White. It was a good movie. Then after Snow White, the only two princesses left were Merida and Tiana. Um, Honestly, I would have Megara on this list over the both of them, but um, I only put Merida over Tiana because I honestly don't like either of those movies that much. I haven't seen Princess and the Frog enough to really say Tiana is over Merida. Maybe I would say that honestly because I did like the songs in Princess and the Frog, but it wasn't a great movie. But I did like Merida's personality a lot. Um, I just didn't think Brave lived up to my expectations of a movie. It was very disappointing for me. Um, I think Brave and Cars are the two worst Pixar movies. And I actually thought Brave was going to be really good, and then it really let me down with how like bad the second half was. Like I really liked the setup of the story. The first half hour of the movie was great, and the animation's gorgeous in that movie. But then it just wasn't that good for me. Like after the concept of saying that she's just turning her mom into a bear, and then they end up caring about each other is, it was a little boring. But I did love her curly hair and how independent she was. And then Tiana, same thing, wasn't that interesting, but she did have a great voice, and I did like the songs in the movie. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Bye. And please, please, in your comments below who your favorite Disney princesses are and why. Bye.